What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after, of course, Comcastagedon. That's right, Phil apparently finally got his internet connection all straightened away, and apparently it took the entire brain power of Comcast tech support to figure out what was wrong with the snort internet. That's right, folks. But Phil is back up and he managed to play a little bit of Alan Wake yesterday, and it seems like everything is perfectly fine in the snort fort. Comcastagedon has been averted, and we're apparently going to hear more about it on the podcast today, where Phil will probably spend an hour and a half telling us how much Comcast are idiots and how wonderful he is. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 27th of October, 2023. And I do have good news for everyone, which is obviously a good thing. Okay, let's just talk about what happened today. I came back from break, my internet was still screwed up, and things needed to be fixed, okay? I did a whole podcast today, where I talked with everyone about my day off and things like that. And basically that it was a stressful day because of the stuff that was going on with the internet, among other things that was happening. And basically, it was very annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. I had a tech coming out today to actually investigate what's going on with my internet issues that I've been having since Wednesday. And, you know, I had a hell of a time getting Alan Wake 2 downloaded for today and all of that. If you want the full story, watch the podcast. It's live on the channel. I really don't want to tell the whole summary here tonight. But in a nutshell, a tech was going to come out today between like 12 and 2 p.m. And that tech was going to figure out what the issue is and clear it, and we're good to go. So,
yes, he doesn't want to talk about it on the Daily Wrap, but of course he talks about it on the Daily Wrap, right? And then he's going to regurgitate everything he just said and everything he's been saying for the last day and a half on his podcast. You don't need to say any of that, Phil. You can sum this up in a 2-minute discussion, basically say, my internet was down, this was the problem, I resolved it, and this is what I'm going to go going forward if it happens. It's a 2-minute discussion, Phil. We don't need your whole fucking saga. We don't need the Comcastagedon saga about this, Phil. But of course, no, because you have nothing more interesting to talk about in your life. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the podcast, the hour and a half, and you're going to make it seem like, you know, Hercules, 20 feats of strength, or you know, whatever that story is about Hercules and all of the trials that he had to go through, and you know, Phil had to climb Mount Olympus and battle Zeus to get his internet back. That's what we're gonna hear today, folks. So be prepared.
basically, that's exactly what happened. I did a podcast, tech came out, we worked together, and solved the issues. Now, the thing is, I don't know if the issues will ever recur. If they do, I know how to fix them. All right, so that's the good news, is even if this is a recurring issue and it happens again, I should know how to fix it quickly, and it shouldn't be an ongoing thing. But it is annoying that if it happens again. All right, that's all I'm really gonna say, because to get so technical or whatever, especially when we were troubleshooting for over an hour to figure out stuff, and you know, it comes down to a point where it's like, all right, we fixed it, but you know, do we absolutely know what caused it? You know, after all this troubleshooting or whatever, don't know, but we fixed it. So I know how to fix it again if it happens. All right, these internet issues. Anyway, once the internet came back, I did stream today, and I had to change my whole schedule around. So today was Alan Wake 2's release, and I wanted to play it all day, but I didn't even get to start streaming till 3 p.m. Now, there was no way I was going to lose out on tons more gameplay again after having lost out on an hour of Spider-Man, an entire night stream on Wednesday. There was no way. So I said, let's go late. We ended up doing a 2-hour stream from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., which was the first 2 hours of Alan Wake 2. I went on a shorter break to eat dinner. I rushed back here to the office and had another 2.5-hour night stream here of Alan Wake 2 tonight. So, did we have fun? How was Alan Wake? It's really good. Alan Wake 2, I can already tell you right now, is tons better than Alan Wake 1. Alan Wake 1 had a great plot that kept you thinking, but whenever it got back to kind of the gameplay kind of got very repetitive. In this case, I'm 4.5 hours into Alan Wake 2, and we've barely even had much combat. We had a boss fight, and we had a few, you know, enemies we're fighting in the woods, but it's not constant. when it happens, it feels scary and it feels special and meaningful, because you're not just constantly fighting enemy after enemy after enemy, which is really what happened with Alan Wake 1. It was more about like almost like grinding gameplay of fighting all these enemies in the woods than it really was focused on horror. This game has a lot of horror, like scary stuff going on in the plot that's even more interesting than the first game. Or I'm not going to spoil for those of you who are going to play or watch for yourself, but basically, yeah, the plot is really good. Huge amounts of suspense elements, all kinds of stuff going on. So I certainly hope that you guys will watch the videos. I've got 2 live now, and I'm about to upload 2 more, so 4.5 hours of Alan Wake 2 gameplay for this premiere day. I hope you'll watch and enjoy. If you do, please remember, very important for you to like the videos and leave comments if you're enjoying them. That helps for engagement and will get a lot of people to check out the playthrough. This is obviously an important one for me, especially after having lost essentially, you know, a stream and a half back on Wednesday. So please give it a look. I want to say thank you anyone who was around today and who supported my streams and content. I appreciate that very much, and I hope you're liking the game. All right, now, in light of this, I want to play Alan Wake 2 again all day tomorrow, and there's really 2 reasons. Number 1, because I didn't get enough gameplay in that I wanted to today, and number 2, because I'm loving the game and I want to keep that momentum rolling over the weekend. If you remember, Sunday is my React day. On Sunday, I have to do my React show.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why he wants to continue playing Alan Wake. Because of course he wants to milk the money for Alan Wake. His first stream, I think he made what, $150. Even 1 minute, fake 1 minute man came out and dropped a $50 dono, and a few other whales came in and dropped some cash because of course Comcastagedon, they had to support Phil, so he made $150. On his night stream, he barely cracked $30 playing Alan Wake. So again, it's the same pattern where he has a decent first premiere stream of the game, and then it just dies out right after that. So he's under the assumption that the gravy train is going to continue. And again, it just fits this recurring pattern for the last almost 8 months, where Phil plays a game, the premiere stream's, you know, decent, and then it just dies off. So I envision that happening today too. I'm pretty sure he was going to use the whole, you know, my internet mageddon and how I lost out on tips the last couple days, and how he's in trouble and he needs support. He'll pull on those beg strings. He'll definitely be doing that, right? But I don't see the pattern changing, Phil. It's not. It's gonna happen just like what happened with Zelda. It's gonna happen to Super Mario Brothers, Spider-Man, all of these games that you played. When you played it this first time, you did okay, and then after that, support just died, and you'll sit there and bitch and complain. You were doing it about Super Mario Brothers before the whole Comcastagedon happened. Remember that, Phil? You were complaining because your dents didn't like Mario, they weren't supporting it, and you didn't know why. And it looks like Alan Wake, well, the same thing will happen with Alan Wake. The support's gonna die out, or it's gonna be meh, and you're gonna sit there and complain and talk about how much you love Alan Wake, but for some reason, it's not resonating. And of course, you'll blame the trolls, you'll blame everyone else except your fucking self. You're the root cause, Phil. You're the fucking problem. And again, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but Phil, you don't have the level of support that you think you have. You don't. You have 3 to 5 people that support and prop up your dead-ass channel, and that still hasn't changed, no matter how much nostalgia or classic games you're going to play. There is no difference, Phil, because what happens is people have limited amount of money, and once they run out of those funds, they can't support it. You can't create more income, Phil, and that is your problem.
So that takes away from gameplay. So what I'm thinking is do Alan Wake 2 all day tomorrow, Saturday, both streams. Sunday, do the React show and do some Spider-Man 2. And then Monday, start splitting the day. So Monday will be like Alan Wake 2 and maybe Mario. And then Tuesday is my big Halloween marathon. And then Wednesday could be more Alan Wake and maybe like Spider-Man. And that's the end of the week, you see? That's what I'm thinking anyway. So, that being said, that's what I think I'll do. And I hope that you guys will join me over the course of the weekend. Tomorrow being all Alan Wake 2 again. Hopefully you will join in and participate and hang out and have a good time, because I had a ton of fun. The horror elements, the investigation elements, because there's a big mystery aspect to the game where you're a detective, or not really a detective, but you're an investigator for the FBI, so you're solving mysteries and things like that. The supernatural elements, everything is good. Like, I couldn't even complain. It's very much way less more like an action grindy combat game like the first one, and way more like a unique experience, and I'm really having a good time with it. So I certainly hope that you guys will join me tomorrow all day for Alan Wake 2. All right? And thank you all. Like I said, support today overall was quite good. And hopefully we can get back on track. The thing is, I know a lot of people missed the first stream today because they had no idea I was going to be streaming, because who knew what was going to happen with my internet. It did take longer to kind of get it fixed than I originally thought it would. So a lot of people missed that first stream. Hope you guys will get caught up with the gameplay overnight and come back tomorrow, and we'll have a good day of Alan Wake 2 all day. Okay? Fair enough? That's it. That's all I got to say. Thank you all. Have a good night. See you tomorrow for Alan Wake 2 all day long. It's going to be a special day. Peace out. Have a good night. See you tomorrow for that. And, oh, I should say this. One final thing. I had teased that I was going to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and review it. I'm not doing that tonight.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit, Phil. Nobody cares about your stupid reviews. You're barely getting 200 views on those stupid videos, so nobody really cares. Okay, so, yeah, so you heard it from Phil. Support overall was okay. It was pretty meh. He is down on memberships. I think I reported out. I'm going to report out that he's down to like 420 now, which is pretty fucking abysmal for Phil. But other than the case is, yeah, the Alan Wake second stream was dead. And that was normal time, normal schedule, nothing changed. It was posted, it was there. He was there 2.5 hours, and he barely got any support at all. Somebody came in, dropped a $15 dono, and that was it. Barely any super chats, no memberships whatsoever. And it's just gonna die. And I have a feeling we're gonna get the same bullshit today. It's just gonna be dried up support, and we're gonna hear Phil bitch about it and complain and talk about how he's loving it, you're loving it, so why is the support not there? So today should be fun and interesting. And of course, he's gonna make the mistake again of trying to milk the game. Why is he gonna play this game 2 times in a row? Because he got nothing else going on. Because Spider-Man already dried up the support, and Super Mario Brothers, there is no support for it. So yeah, so there you have it, Phil. Today should be fun. Definitely check it out. I'll be posting videos, so definitely check it out. So that is it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.